Breaking news, guys. I finally got a new microphone. I hope you guys enjoy the better audio, new headphones, slightly different camera angle, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk all things Internet Invitational. Luke Quan, Ryan Whitney, episode 2 started off with a bang. John Gruden giving a pregame speech, lots of characters, lots of storylines, millions upon millions of views. What a week it was for the Internet Invitational, and I think it exceeded the hype. Do my best to give a spoiler-free review, recap, whatever you want to call this. I'm going to talk about some of the main storylines. Without further ado, let's get into it. Welcome to the Scratch Golf Show. My name is Marco, and I'm your host. If you're new here to the channel, we talk all things golf, YouTube, and professional. Make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments below because they are appreciated. I want to hear what you had to say on this week's Internet Invitational. Starting with, I guess, the elephant in the room. Let's just talk Luke Quan and Ryan Whitney because I think it is the rivalry that the internet didn't know we needed in 2025, but yet here we are. Whitney, if you didn't see the beginning of the episode, I guess let's just play the clip.
Boy, Luke. That boy, Luke. Great job, Luke. Hey, good job, Luke. We appreciate it. No, great job, Luke. We really appreciate it. Yeah, Boston, you're in the tournament. Sounds like you don't give a f*** either. It's embarrassing. Thanks, Luke. Get some lunch in you, dude. Get some lunch in you, Luke. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny.
Maybe a nap?
Luke Quan. Too good for the Internet Invitational. But we're down 8-4 because of you.
8-4? So if I showed up, it'd be 8-3. What?
No, it'd be 7-5, you dumb.
5. It still makes no difference.
Yeah, that makes a big difference. Who is this guy? Is this serious? You think 7-5 and 8-4 are the same thing?
Well, we still lost.
What? It's not over. It's not over.
Well, I'm here for the afternoon, though.
You didn't show up at 2 times, and then you showed up and didn't care and you were late.
All right.
You're the worst traffic Austin.
More, it was all about how he reacted. I was like, this guy is like a legit asshole. Like he could care less, and he's chirping one of our buddies who's his partner, and so I'm giving it to him, and it's just like looking back on it, like he just didn't seem like a very good guy. I don't know what else
said. What everybody
say.
You said what everybody was thinking. What you did was 100% in the right. Like everyone was thinking what you were going to say. You just happened to be I don't think you came off as like a or anything.
I don't even care.
It's a team. At the end of the day, we were a team trying to win $330,000 a guy, and he screwed people out of that money. And you told him how it was because he's never been a part of a team like we have. Like if that happened in an NHL locker room, you don't think Sid would?
I feel like golfers have a little bit of a different mentality. I think that Roan had a live stream. It was yesterday or the day before, and he kind of touched on it where some of the golfers.
All right, so first and foremost, the fallout from this Luke Quan thing. Apparently, him and Ryan Whitney are never going to be friends. It appears everyone at Barstool does not like Luke. Ryan basically doubled and tripled down on Spittin' Chicklets. That's where that clip came from. And on the Unnamed show yesterday, calling Luke an asshole again and again. Just doesn't like him, doesn't think he cared, and just didn't like him for chirping PFT. It appears that is end-all, be-all. People did not like how Luke treated PFT, and that's what's led to all this hate. A few things I want to talk about. One, I love how Luke clapped back. I mean, you could tell the intensity in his voice when he spoke back with Whit when it was like, it's 8-3 or whatever he said. Like, I mean, props to Luke for not losing his mind. I know if that was me in that situation, I probably wouldn't have handled myself well. I probably would have lost my shit. I mean, given the amount of emotions that Luke was probably going through that day, I obviously felt bad, and don't be naive to think that he didn't care. He obviously felt bad. He's probably angry. He had a lot of people yelling at him, like a lot of money on the line. I can't imagine the amount of emotions and just raw reactions he was going through in that moment. So props to Luke for one, sticking up for himself and clapping back. And like I said, just kind of letting it and being the bigger man. I think he did take the high road, essentially, regardless of what you think about him. I think he took the high road in that situation, just from all of that. Who knows? Like I said, they're never going to play golf. So it's going to blow over hopefully at some point. Who knows? Maybe Internet Invitational 2 or Rough and Rowdy at some point. Throw enough money at some people, you never know what will happen. I don't know. Regardless, I also want to talk about from the Spittin' Chicklets clip. The one issue I had, I love Biz, but I just want to address one thing he said. To say that Luke has never played a team sport is a bit naive. I mean, the dude played team golf, college golf, at Oklahoma, like a very respectable program. This dude was unreal talented in college. And like, I think from a team golf perspective, the collegiate level is probably the most you can get. Like just the top level. So to say the dude's never played a team sport, like he was on a college team. And I actually saw an article resurface saying that like he was oversleeping and missed some tee times in college. Like, I don't know. I interviewed Luke a few weeks ago at the People's League. He said he overslept there too. Who knows? Maybe this dude likes to sleep. Regardless, to say he never played in a team sport, I mean, come on. Just do a little bit of education biz. The dude played college golf at Oklahoma. I felt that was a bit, dumb. So the other thing is the guy in the Frankenstein mask, I don't know his name. I apologize. I'm not a huge Chicklets guy, but to say that he said Whit basically said what everyone else is thinking, I don't agree with that. I think maybe some people were thinking that. Probably most, if not all, the Barstool people were thinking that. But I can firsthand say that not everyone felt that way. I think a lot of people weren't as serious or as mad as Whitney was. I think they probably took it too seriously, but I know for a fact not everyone felt that way about Luke. Like, and I think there's two ways you could have gone about it. Like, it is a team thing. Like, yes, the guy screwed up, and we've seen a lot of like people come to Luke's defense. Toombs, Martin Borgmeyer, Harry, Sam, DOD King, a lot of people, Mac Boucher, a lot of people who were there have come to Luke's defense saying Luke's a nice dude. And I think he is a nice dude. I think this was produced in a certain way to make him look like a villain. At the end of the day, like this was all done for reality TV. Like, I love that this is basically a better version of YouTube golf reality TV. I'm here for all of it. Barstool's very good at what they do. They can do whatever they want with the footage, but there needs to be a villain. And I think how many eyes and clicks and people talking about this whole thing at the Internet Invitational was probably what they all wanted. Like, all the Barstool guys, like all the Bob the Sports guys, they wanted that. Like, they wanted all the eyes on it. And I've seen people say, like, Barstool's weaponizing this and like bullying Quan. And then I've seen people on the other side, on the Barstool side, basically saying, F Quan, we hate Quan, like team F Quan. Like, at the end of the day, like, Dave can do whatever he wants with the footage. Luke's a big boy. He'll get over this. He knew what he was stepping into. Like, unfortunately, he just was the villain. That is kind of how it is. But he's a nice dude. This will all blow over. But like I said, it appears him and Ryan Whitney never going to be friends. Now, you could have gone the other way and be a team guy like John Gruden and fire the team up. I thought that was one of the coolest moments of the video right off the bat. Basically Gruden bringing Quan to the middle of the group, giving a hype speech. That was one of the coolest things. I don't want to play that clip because I don't want to play another clip for you guys. But if you saw it, you know what I'm talking about. And you could have went that way from the team, like the Whitney side or the John Gruden side. At the end of the day, I thought Gruden was a super cool. I wish we could have gotten some more development for him. But just to close the loop on the Quan thing, do you think it mattered? Do you think him sleeping through it mattered? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like the video. Make sure you hit subscribe because all that stuff really helps. The next thing I want to talk about, a new villain. I just talked about it, right? We need a villain. Now that Quan, and I got spoiler alert if you somehow missed it, now's your chance. Click off. We're going to need a new villain because obviously Quan's going home. And I have an idea of who that new villain is going to be. I think it's very much set in stone of who it's going to be. We're going to need it. We're going to need more drama, right? It's got to be the DOD King, right? It's got to be Carter. He gets so much hate already. And I like Carter. Carter's a good dude, friend of the program. But I think it's just being set up. We already saw him kind of getting trash on the internet from the whole sweetheart thing. He leaned into it with Sarah, did a collab post on that. I think it's just kind of, the writing is kind of on the wall there that if there is going to be a new villain, it's most likely going to be Carter, or a dark horse is going to be maybe Roger Steele. I felt like Roger was underappreciated, played really well. I thought he was an unsung hero in the first 2 weeks, but I saw that like there was a New York Times article written about like how he's getting hate. I saw him getting hate on Twitter. I don't get it. Roger seems like a good dude. I think he didn't really have a ton of highlights in the videos, but when he did, he showed out. He like played really well. Him and Paige, I think, were a great team. So who knows? I think Roger or DOD King is going to be the next villain. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and who you think the next villain is going to be. We're going to need it, right? Just to transition into another talking point that I have. Do you think, and I heard this from a lot of my friends, they sent me messages saying like, I think we're losing a lot of characters with Team Bob. Bob, FP, Cold Cuts, Grant, Garrett, Mac, all those people on Quan, right? All these people, all these characters, personalities. Do you think that this is going to lose interest? Do you think that the Internet Invitational is going to lose steam as we lead in episodes 3 and 4, 5 and 6, as we lost half the crowd, half these characters, a lot of the main ones are gone. And then now, like I said, that's why I think we're going to need a new villain, because a lot of these big personalities are leaving. Wesley Bryan is another one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on that. Do you think that this thing is going to lose steam as we go into next week? I think that's going to be a main talking point as we lead in episodes 3, 4, 5, and 6 in the Internet Invitational.